Day 33. We got one climb today and then it's downhill into 19E. Let's get it. Starting out with a foggy morning. Stopping for water. We each have a liter, but we want to get up over this hump because we drink a lot when we go uphill, especially if it's hot. And we just want to get one more liter. That way we can make it to the next water source, just in case. All right, we're coming down into Bradley Gap. Yeah, I believe so. And as you can see, it's foggy. I just checked far out. Mind you, I checked far out earlier. She wasn't there. But guess who's hiking with us today? That's right, Firefly has joined us again.
Firefly by Candace.
Yeah, well, whatever. It just says Firefly on the thing. Anyways, so Firefly has joined us again. I haven't quite determined why she shows up when she does. So, who knows? But yeah, so as you can see, we have absolutely no view. It is fog. We were hoping the fog would clear out, but it usually doesn't clear out until about 8:30 or so is what I've noticed. So we're coming down the gap. We're fixing to start our climb. I'm not sure that we're going to get a view up top. All right, we're at Bradley Gap. I believe that is a little tent area right there. It's near the signpost that somebody left a rag on. Sorry, no views other than that handsome guy. We started our climb to Hump Mountain. I got like about half a mile to go. Yeah. The worst part is we have no views going up, and we can't even see the top. I know that looks like the top, but it's not. I promise. Whew. I don't know if you can hear me because of the wind and me breathing, but we have a couple of these to pass over today. And this one is 0.3 from the top, so we have 0.3 more to go. Oh, we did it. We made it to the top of Hump Mountain. Elevation 5,587 feet. Woo, Nelly.
Hey y'all, Suspenders here, top of Hump Mountain. 1.58 miles this morning so far since we stepped off. Hump Mountain, kick your hump. It's a humdinger. But as you can see, we did that mountain and we are socked in by fog. You can't see a darn thing except for Nutty Hiker over there. But now we're going to start our way down, cross a couple fences, go Doll Flats, do our border shot, and then on 19E. So check you later.
All right, it is time for today's first history lesson. I'm going to show you this plaque real quick while Suspenders gets out his notes. And I'm going to get real close to him though, because it's windy up here and want to make sure that you can hear him. Oh, Jesus. Sorry.
Okay.
Yep.
Stan Murray Plaque, Hump Mountain. Stan A. Murray worked to accomplish federal protection for the Appalachian Trail. He wrote a draft bill and lobbied Congress, playing a major role in getting a National Trail System Act passed in 1968. He envisioned more than just a narrow footpath to the AT, which, by the way, it is a narrow footpath.
Right now it is, yes.
And advocated the Greenway concept to protect a wider corridor around the trail. Murray was especially concerned with how to preserve Roan Mountain and the Balts in the highlands of the Roan on the North Carolina-Tennessee state line, and personally focused much of his energy on that area of the AT. His work on the Tennessee Eastman Hiking Club relocation of the AT over Roan and the formation of the ATC Roan Mountain Preservation Committee in 1966 led to the 1974 incorporation of the SAHC with the goal of protecting thousands of acres along the Roan Mountain massif form development. That is all.
All right. One more look at the plaque. That way, if y'all want to pause to read it, you can. All right. We're headed that way. Heading down, and it's still foggy. I think we're just going to be above the clouds for a while, so there's not going to be any views, unfortunately. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Bucky's hiking today too, guys. Don't worry. He's not a fan of the fog either. He would like to see some views.
Ready, hiker going through the fence. Now it's my turn.
At least we didn't have to climb over that one. Our line of sight is getting a little bit further. So that's kind of nice because for a little while there, you could only see a couple of feet in front of you. Ooh. So I think I forgot to mention that it also rained last night pretty good. So the trail is still a mud pit, but this time we also have rocks for an extra special challenge. Still making our way down. I think we've got like 4 more miles. It's been a lot of rocks, like some big boulders even. Not big, but big enough where you gotta step way up and, well, what I'm fixing to do now, step way down. And some of them for just a while. And then you get a lot of this, rocks that move, so you gotta be careful. Fun times.
Really?
He's so mad right now because of the rocks. I will say he has fallen several times, so that's not funny.
There's almost another one. I'm gonna put all these rocks here. Can suck my.
The trail's nice right now. Why couldn't it have been like this the whole way down? It's like a little Christmas tree farm down there. It's the only view we've gotten today. It's a really good view there. It's nice. Whatever trail maintainer got up here with a weed whacker, thank you so very much. Oh, let's see what we got up here. Look at that. Leaving North Carolina. I'm gonna wait for suspenders. Go. Woo!
Look, there was something that said Doll Flats though.
Probably around here somewhere, babe.
Alright, that's not a place to sit.
All right, so we were at Doll Flats, and there's water down that way. We don't need any. Great camping area. Real nice. So, I'll give you a history lesson in just a minute. Well, we've been hiking for 4 miles now, and finally getting breakfast down the hatch. Sometimes it goes like that. Okay, time for the history lesson of Doll Flats. Brought to you by Suspenders.
Yeah. According to family lore, passed down through generations, the kids of Williams Winters and Eliza Shell were ornery. The couple's children were commonly referred to as the Seven Devils in the Appalachian Mountain area. William himself had quite a reputation for fist fighting and would challenge most anyone. The Winners clan held regular tough man contests or fights on the Doll Flats. People came from all around to watch the fights. Apparently it was quite entertaining. That is all.
The end. That's all that I found. Enjoy. All right, it is border bourbon time. We are leaving North Carolina. Well, we already did, but we came back over here to take a shot.
Leaving it for the last time.
Leaving it for the last time. Cheers.
Oh, Lord.
I don't think you liked it.
No, like bean.
You don't like Jim Beam.
Ooh.
Still making our way down. Oh, excuse me. We got about 2.5 miles left to go to hit 19E. And then it's where we're getting picked up. And look at these cool rock faces. I don't know. I just love rocks. Suspenders hates them with a passion. Like, I kind of want to go up there and explore.
Really? You know me and rocks don't get along. You're just trying to catch me slip and fall.
No, I'm not. Love you.
Oh, yeah.
No, I just want people to see what kind of crap we're dealing with.
Fat man squeeze.
Look at this huge rock outcropping here. That is so cool. Told you I love rocks. Hold on, let me get closer to it. Look at that. That's crazy. Wow. Oh, still heading down. At least the trail turned for right now a little bit better. Got about 2 miles left. I have a little friend trying to cross the trail. Just not a whole lot to see today. Well, this is going to be fun. Okay, let me put you away. So about 0.8 from 19E, there's an actual campground, and it looks pretty nice. It's not on Far Out, which is weird, but it's there. So we accidentally passed by the Apple House campsite, and there is a history lesson there. So I'm going to tell it to you now.
A shelter used to be located here called Apple House Shelter. The original shelter was first built in 1952 as a building for explosives for the old iron mine and to hold tools for a nearby apple orchard. It was rebuilt in 1984 to serve as a shelter, but later tore down in 2012. Done.
Well, made it to 19E.
Where does it even go back in? Oh, right there is the blaze.
Yeah. Yeah. You cross over and... What? No. I don't see shit. Oh, here's our ride. So it's crazy to think that we came down from there today. But we did. All right, so we are staying at the Roan Mountain Bed and Breakfast. And they do have, they're all private rooms. But some of the private rooms, like the one that we chose, they do have a private bathroom. Really cute. And let's see. There's suspenders.
Which comes into the south.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah.
There's a room in there. Bathroom. And they've got everything. Dining. And yeah. Highly recommend. Alright. Hello from the future again. Just the next day, because I forgot to do the outro for yesterday. So Suspenders ended up hurting his back and his ankle pretty bad. Well, he already had back and ankle problems, but he ended up falling like 3 times yesterday, and so he's done. I will now be solo, but I will have trail magic at every road crossing. Suspenders is going to be shuttling me from first of the day to the end of the day, and we're going to do it that way so I can stay on trail and keep going until I get bored and want to get off, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, so my mom is, we're only 5 hours away from my mom, so we're heading back to go get my truck real quick, and I'll be back on trail tomorrow. It's going to be a short day because I'm probably not going to get back to trail until about 2. So I think I'm only going to do about 5 miles and then call it a day. And then I got to plan out my days so we know where we're going, get a campsite squared away and all that kind of stuff. So just, it is what it is. I'll show you what we did today though real quick. And Suspenders is pretty upset about getting off. And it was, we had a talk, last night and everything, but this is kind of, we had kind of, even before we started, talked about what would happen if his back couldn't hold up with it, and he just cannot carry that kind of weight on his back. It's just too much. And so we talked that he would probably just shuttle me, and so we're continuing with that plan. All right, let me show you what we did. All right, so today we started here at 388.7, and so we got to start the day going downhill just for a minute anyway. Then we had to do the stupid up. Had no views up there, so that sucks, but hey, it is what it is. And then we all the way down, and down. This is where Suspenders fell multiple times on those boulders and stuff. We ended here at 395.6 at 19E. So, all right, till tomorrow. Hike on.